What happens to your body when you start to eat a bunch of processed food? This doctor actually took the plunge and did the experiment eating an 80% processed food diet. Let's see what happened to his body, and you might want to watch this if you eat processed food.
So I want to find out if changing, just doing nothing but changing the proportion of ultra-processed food in my diet has any effect on my health.
So this dude does literally my worst nightmare and just eats a bunch of processed food. Now, he's eating 80% processed food and 20% like healthy food. And the funny thing is he eats some of these fake healthy ultra processed foods that I always talk about. Look.
So this has all the appearances of a healthy meal.
Some foods that look pretty healthy can still count as ultra-processed foods because they're industrially produced and have multiple chemicals in the ingredients list.
Okay, so let's see what happened to this guy, because this is insane and it's way deeper than just like he gained weight.
What would you say? A standard man in early middle age?
Yeah, that is you after.
I have the increasing man
Yeah.
boob.
And also your stomach looks quite...
Yeah.
We see his gut starting to get distended. He is developing man boobs. He looks so bad, so puffy, absolutely horrible after eating this diet. And this is just 30 days, guys. Keep in mind, this is how most people in America, at least, eat. But what I want you to really pay attention to, and you can send this to a friend that eats a bunch of processed food, is the next thing.
If the weight gain continued at that rate for 6 months, I would gain 6 stone. Next are my hormone levels. I'm particularly interested in the ones that tell my body if I'm hungry or full. Have they changed?
And what we found is that the hunger hormone in your blood went up by 30% once you'd been on the diet.
So that's why I felt hungrier.
Yes.
And what about the hormone that makes me feel full?
We saw a decrease in the fullness hormone. So you've got a double whammy. You've got an increase in the hunger hormone and a decrease in the hormone that's telling your brain that you've eaten.
This is why processed food sucks. If you are trying to lose weight, I'm telling you, you should minimize your consumption of processed food. It's not only, oh, calories in, calories out. Like, I'm trying to help Cookie King get healthy now, and he's like, but what's wrong? I've ate a bunch of McDonald's, but I'm hitting my calories. It makes it literally harder for your brain because you are hungry. You're eating that ultra processed food, but it's messing with your hunger hormones, and you're like, weird, I feel hungry. Being in a calorie deficit is so hard. When the reality is, if you eat real food, meat, eggs, fish, fruits, vegetables, potatoes, stuff like that, it will make your body feel full for longer.
Finally, Professor Batterham wants to know if eating a high ultra-processed food diet has affected my brain. We've repeated the scan from a month ago to compare the results.
Blue is how areas of your brain talk to each other before the diet. And the red are the new functional connections in your brain after 4 weeks on the diet.
His brain is literally getting hardwired to crave these foods. Look, we know they're addicting. We all joke about it. Like, oh, this fast food's addicting. This is a good example of how, yes, that is actually manifesting in the brain. Now, this dude did 80% ultra-processed foods, but like the traditional like recommendation by doctors on this app is eat 20% of your diet ultra-processed foods. It's totally fine. It's totally healthy. If 80% cause these massive bad changes, don't you think 20% would cause some of those bad changes? Now, you don't have to be as strict as me. I don't eat any really ultra processed fast food, junk food type stuff. However, if you're eating, 20% ultra processed food and you're not hitting your goals, this could be some of the reasons why. And people will say, oh, it's too strict to limit junk food. I don't think so. Just 130, 140 years ago, none of these foods existed. You will be fine without them. Send this to somebody who eats junk food because they might not know how it's rewiring their brain, rewiring their hunger hormones, and making them just like not healthy in many different ways.